You eat breakfast, take your vitamins, and try to start your day right. But what if I told you there's one simple thing you do every morning that's slowly destroying your muscles? It's not lack of exercise, it's not even aging. This mistake is so common, doctors rarely mention it. And yet, it could be the reason your legs feel heavier, your body weaker, and your independence slipping away. Let's uncover the truth before it's too late. You start your day the same way you always have, maybe with a light breakfast, a few vitamins, maybe even a morning walk. And yet, your legs still feel heavy. Your joints ache more than they used to. Getting out of a chair takes effort. Climbing stairs, it feels like a mountain. You tell yourself it's aging, that this is normal. But what if it isn't? What if there's something far more dangerous hiding in plain sight, woven into your morning ritual? A silent habit, so subtle, so harmless, that you'd never think twice. But this one thing could be draining your strength, shrinking your muscle fibers, and pushing you closer to immobility day by day. Doctors don't talk about it, friends don't notice it. But if you're over 60, this habit could be the reason why your legs ache after short walks, why your balance feels off, or why you're waking up more exhausted than when you went to bed. The most dangerous part? You've likely been doing it for years. And until it's exposed, your independence, your strength, and your ability to live freely will continue to slip away, inch by inch. So stay with me, because what you're about to discover could change everything. Let's start with what's likely sitting on your breakfast table right now. A bowl of cereal, a splash of milk, maybe even a side of fruit. It looks harmless. In fact, you've been told it's healthy. But here's the frightening truth. That first bite might be the worst way to start your day, especially if you're over 60. See, most breakfast cereals, even the ones labeled whole grain, fortified, or senior heart smart, are packed with refined carbs, processed grains, and added sugars. These ingredients act like a sugar bomb in your bloodstream. Within minutes, your blood sugar spikes, your insulin surges, and your energy crashes. But here's what most people don't know. When your insulin spikes repeatedly over time, your body develops insulin resistance. And insulin resistance is directly linked to muscle loss, poor circulation, and chronic inflammation, especially in the legs. You might feel it as that burning sensation in your calves after a walk, stiffness in your knees after sitting for just 20 minutes, or that nagging weakness in your thighs when you try to get out of a chair. And we haven't even mentioned the milk. After age 60, over 65% of adults experience reduced lactose tolerance, even if they never had an issue before. That means the milk you're pouring on your cereal may be triggering inflammation in your gut, blocking nutrient absorption, and worsening joint pain. What's the end result? Muscles that don't repair, joints that swell, a body that feels older than it should. All because of a breakfast you've trusted for years. The second morning mistake is even more deceptive, because it's often taken with good intentions. It's a vitamin, yes, a supplement you may be taking right now that could be silently weakening your muscles. What is it? Vitamin A. You've probably heard it's good for your skin, eyes, and immune system, and that's true in small amounts. But here's the dangerous part. When taken in excess, especially through supplements, vitamin A builds up in your body. It doesn't flush out like water-soluble vitamins. Instead, it stores in your liver, bones, and soft tissue, including your muscles. And when levels get too high, it leads to something called hypervitaminosis A. What does that look like in real life? Aches in your lower back or thighs, sudden weakness climbing stairs, unexplained joint pain even after resting. Worst of all, it mimics the signs of aging, so most seniors never know what's really causing it. According to the National Institutes of Health, excessive vitamin A intake can lead to muscle and bone pain, fatigue, and liver damage, especially in older adults with slower metabolism. You might be thinking, but I don't take that much. The problem is, vitamin A is hidden everywhere. It's in multivitamins, it's in fortified foods, and it's in fish oil supplements and liver capsules. All of that adds up, and if you're already struggling with fatigue, muscle stiffness, or balance issues, your vitamin could be making things worse, not better. Too much vitamin A can do more harm than good, warns Dr. Jennifer Lane, a geriatric nutrition specialist. In older adults, even slightly elevated levels can contribute to joint degradation and muscle loss. Taking something to stay healthy and unknowingly accelerating your decline, that's the silent danger of morning mistake number 2. Morning mistake number 3 isn't something you chew, it's something you sip. And for many seniors, it's the first thing they reach for every single day. Coffee. Yes, the warm, comforting drink that wakes you up may also be draining your strength over time. Here's how. Coffee is a diuretic, which means it pulls water out of your body fast. And when your muscles are dehydrated, they become weaker, stiffer, and more prone to injury. But that's just the beginning. Too much caffeine also increases levels of cortisol, your body's main stress hormone. And studies show that chronically elevated cortisol can break down muscle tissue, especially in the legs and hips. You may not feel it after 1 cup, but over time, the effects stack up. You feel more tired after a walk. You struggle to rise from the couch. You lose strength inch by inch without understanding why. Combine that with a breakfast lacking in protein or hydration, and your muscles are operating on fumes. And remember, caffeine can also interfere with calcium absorption, which is critical for both bone strength and muscle contraction. The result? You may be wide awake, but your body is quietly weakening. All from a drink you thought was harmless. So what can you do instead? You don't need to quit coffee entirely, but try this. Before your first sip, drink 1 full glass of filtered water with a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon. This simple habit hydrates your muscles, balances your electrolytes, and lowers the stress load on your body. It's one tiny change that can protect your energy, joints, and circulation for the entire day. There's one more mistake most people make before they even reach the kitchen. It happens right after they wake up, and it's something that feels smart, even responsible. But this one habit could be increasing joint stiffness, inflammation, and loss of mobility without you realizing it. What is it? Skipping morning movement. That's right. Going straight from bed to the bathroom, kitchen, or couch without activating your muscles first. See, during the night, your muscles and joints are inactive for hours. Fluid builds up, circulation slows, and your fascia, the tissue that surrounds muscles, tightens like cold rubber bands. When you suddenly go from lying down to full weight-bearing activity without a warm-up, you increase your risk of knee and hip stiffness, sharp lower back pain, muscle tightness and imbalance, and even falls from reduced balance. Research from the American Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy confirms even 3-5 minutes of gentle movement in the morning can significantly reduce joint inflammation and improve leg muscle performance throughout the day. Yet 9 out of 10 seniors don't do this. They skip straight into their day, and their bodies pay the price. Try this instead. As soon as you wake up, sit at the edge of your bed and do this 2-minute sequence. Ankle circles, 10 reps each foot. Knee lifts, gently raise 1 knee at a time, 10 per side. Shoulder rolls, 10 forward, 10 backward. Neck turns, slowly turn left and right, 5 each way. Deep breaths, 3 slow inhales with arms raised overhead. This short routine wakes up your muscles, reboots circulation, and protects your joints, all before your first cup of coffee. You can eat well, you can exercise, but if you ignore this one silent trigger, your muscles may still shrink, your joints may still ache, and your energy may never fully return. What is it? Dehydration. Not the extreme kind you see in the hospital, but the low-grade chronic dehydration that affects over 75% of seniors every single morning. See, your body loses water every night through breathing, sweating, and cellular detox. And by the time you wake up, your muscle cells are already operating on empty. Dehydration doesn't just dry you out. It slows circulation, reduces nutrient delivery, and makes your muscle fibers stiffer and more prone to damage. A study from the Journal of Applied Physiology found that just a 1.5% drop in hydration can impair strength, coordination, and muscle repair, especially in older adults. You may notice it as that wobbly feeling getting out of bed, weakness in the legs before breakfast, or sudden fatigue after walking short distances. And here's the worst part. By the time you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated. Most seniors are starting their day in a deficit, says Dr. Elise Morrow, a senior health researcher. By the time they drink their first cup of water, their muscles have already gone hours without support. So if you're starting your day with coffee, pills, or no fluids at all, your muscles are being starved before you even move. Here's what you can do instead. Within 10 minutes of waking up, drink 8 to 12 ounces of filtered water, ideally with a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon. This helps replenish lost minerals, rehydrate your muscles, and kickstart blood flow to your joints. Think of it as fueling your muscles before asking them to carry you all day. It's simple, it's fast, and it could be the difference between aging in strength or aging in struggle. Now you know the 5 silent mistakes that could be weakening your muscles every morning. But there's one more danger almost no one talks about. It doesn't happen in your morning routine, but it affects everything after. It's something that's been linked to muscle loss, weight gain, and even early cognitive decline in seniors. And the scary part? Most people think it's completely harmless. We'll expose that hidden threat and the simple fix in our next video. Because protecting your strength isn't just about what you do in the morning, it's also about what you avoid for the rest of the day.